it might be. So now to get started with our second act. The first play of this act is Human Nature, which is written by Brennan and was directed by Project Loman.
Did you know if you try to drop a frog into a pot of hot water, it will jump out straight away? But if you put it into lukewarm water and heat it up slowly, the frog will keep swimming and drowning until it eventually boils to death. All that crap about global warming, all that allegory junk that the planet eating up, I never really gave it much thought. Never saw the need to. Then, every now and then, I'd notice newspaper reports about a forest fire or water in a certain area being declared undrinkable. Never really put two and two together. I guess I was more concerned with things like Mama's diabetes or Tommy getting bullied at school. Then the ice caps started to melt. Sea levels started to rise. Exhaust fumes started to turn the sky grey. Anything green started to turn brown. Made them impossible to eat. Oil hadn't run out just yet, but what good was oil anyway? Can't drink it, can't eat it. Wasn't it killing us all anyway? The fumes and the fires? All kinds of religious and scientific bullshit was being spat left, right, and center. I didn't pay much attention to that. Maybe I should have paid more attention to all those environmental science classes at school. But now there's no school. No police, no factories. Not since the fire started. Education's our best weapon? People didn't really believe that in the end. They just decided to forget all about it. Instead, they built all the food they could, to reinforce their houses, protect them from bandits. The scariest part of all wasn't when the hospital shut down, or when everything went dark because the electricity ran out. No, the scariest part was seeing what it all did to people, how people changed. Maybe they didn't really change at all. Maybe I was just seeing a side of everyone that I'd never seen before. Tommy, I told you not to call me on this unless it was an absolute emergency. You know how difficult batteries have to come by, and we can't afford to waste anything. What? No, Tommy, don't go anywhere, not for any reason. You can't leave the house, and you can't leave Mama alone. Not while she's like this. Just stay with her and keep her awake. And tell her not to worry. I'll be home soon. Very, very soon. I just have to find some supplies first.
Yeah!
Shit.
Well, look me sideways. Look what we got here. Been trying out to hide, big bad won't here to blow your house in. Well, ain't this a sight for sore eyes?
Been a while since we've seen little Lona walking in these parts.
Look, boss, look. Little piggy's shaking all over. What's the matter, little piggy? You scared?
She'd wanna be. She's not our Brody.
What kind of amateur comes digging around the city center and doesn't bring anything to protect themselves with?
The kind of amateur with a death wish, no doubt.
Call me a fucking GA. It looks like your wish is about to be granted.
No. That's no way to treat an old friend of mine.
You notice him, boss?
Yeah, sure I do. Before everything heated up, Alice here and I used to go to school together. Didn't we, Alice?
Yeah. Nice to see you again, Brody.
Nice to be seen. Nice to be seen. So, what brings you to this neck of the woods? To, our neck of the woods?
Just scavenging, looking for food.
This is covered in silage stains. You're from this country, outside the city.
Outside the city. Seems like an awful long way to travel just to look for a fight. Eat.
Well, you all know yourselves, food is hard to come by these days.
See, I hear what you're saying, Alice, but why don't I believe you?
Oh. Fuck it, Brody. Still throwing your weight around?
Only where it needs to be thrown. All right, Blue, tie her up. Argyle, Ratchet, I want to know what Alice here was looking for in the back streets. This one's skinny, Brody. She isn't going to make the cash money you're just going to want.
No. So, live in the country now, huh?
Would I know the area?
What part?
Still keeping quiet, huh?
Yeah, you always were smart,
Alice. Still too hard to catch you out.
Not doing so well for yourself, huh? You're looking pretty rough out in the country. You're not doing this well for yourself.
Clearly not doing as well as you, Brody. We're clearly comfortable with the 7th Valley Bandits.
I'm a lieutenant, 3rd Division, newly promoted. Even got coffee of my own. This here's my right-hand woman, Blue. The sharp dresser is Argyle. The eager beaver is Ratchet. And this here is our newest member, Drip. Trace, you're being a little bit antisocial for my liking. Why don't you come meet our new friend, Alice?
Oh, hello, Trace.
You know to each other?
No.
We grew up on the same street together. I went by his house every day.
No, we didn't. And no, you didn't. You got me confused with someone else.
Hey, Trace.
Yeah?
Take my gun for a moment, will you?
Why?
Just want to free my hands and pockets up a little bit, that's all.
Ain't nothing worth taking around here. Just another Bob Benson mold of trash. Quite frankly, I don't want to spend another second here. The smell is so strong you can taste it. It's going to take forever to wash this reek from my clothes.
Duly noted, Posh Spice. What about you, Scary? Mind interesting in the back streets?
Not enough, bust my neck for. No more grabbing. Just burning tires. Y'all know how much I hate to agree with this old dressed airhead, but this place is dull as shit. Let's just act as fuck and get back to Ringley for more orders.
You sure you don't want to tell me what you were looking for? Fine. Have it your way. Guys, let's give Alice here a 7th Alley check.
Don't you worry, you'll get yours.
So what? Just gonna murder me? Fuck it, Brody. Always knew you were an asshole, but a murderer? I thought you had at least some standards.
One does what one needs to survive. And the situation around here isn't quite as simple as murder. You see, things being what they are, 7th Alley currently runs the black market in the city, and with resources being what they are, we sell whatever and whomever we can find.
So you're just gonna sell me to a slave market? Is that what this city's come to? Is that what we all devolved to?
You jumped to a lot of conclusions. Our dealings with the black market don't concern human labor, but human biological stuff.
For example, human hair is a lot stronger than most threads. A lot of tailors pay handsomely for it. Not to mention that your crop here can make quite the toupee for a balding patron.
Additionally, a lot of makeshift hospitals are desperate for organs now. Lungs, kidneys, pancreas, anything people need now the atmosphere is deteriorated.
Whatever's left of you, well, not all the animals are dying out. People are getting desperate for meat. There's always a butcher around here more than happy to make mincemeat out of whoever, whatever we bring them.
You're all mad, fucking mad. You're cannibals? Is this what we've all come to? No, you're worse than cannibals. Worse! Look at yourselves, look at what you're doing.
Surviving?
Yeah, don't fucking preach to us. What gives you the right to judge what I have to do to get by?
And what gives you the right to judge who lives and who gets chopped up for your sick black market trade? Fuck it, Brody. I'm to school with you. I was in your class. How could you do this to someone you grew up with?
Alice, you're not the first familiar face I've seen go through the black market, and you can trust me when I say you won't be the last.
So you actually really haven't changed, have you? Still an asshole. Always throwing your weight around, always thinking you're better than everybody else. The whole class thought you were insane. I was the only one who knew you were just as thick as a plank. Always acting as a goon for that dickhead brother of yours. You're not even in charge here either. You're just taking orders from your fucking precious ringleader.
Well, this one's got such a mouth. I dare say she needs to learn how to speak to her superiors.
You know what, Argyle? I think you're right. This little punk could use a lesson. We can't bring the meat in if it's too tough, can we? No reason we can't tenderize it first.
No! Stop! Don't hurt her.
What did you say?
Don't think we should beat the kid up.
Since when do you fucking care so much?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that Trace is a bit of a soft spot for our rabbit in the snare here.
Hey, now shut it for a second, eh? Now, Trace wouldn't be so stupid as to get in the way of 7th Alley business, right? Trace knows the consequences of getting in the way of 7th Alley business. Don't you, Trace? Blue, remind us of the consequences.
Immediate execution, no questions asked.
Still got my gun there, Trace? Because I was just thinking about asking for it back.
Now hang on a second. I'm not going fucking soft or trying to get in the way. I'm just trying to think about profits here.
Come again?
Well, if we damage her or bruise the meat in any way, we have to sell her at a discount. We're already having a shit day. The ringleader won't be happy if we come back with anything less than 500, and we won't get that if we take her to market in pieces.
That's a fair point, Brody.
Okay, I get what you're saying, okay. Trace, you had me worried there for a second. For a second I was worried I was going to have to demote you, but wasn't I proved wrong? Already thinking like a bandit? Won't the ringleader be proud? Isn't Trace just the kind of creative thinker that our group needs?
Definitely.
All right, now that that's out of the way. Blue, get the van and bring it up. Ratchet, cover her. Argyle, you're coming with me. We have to make sure that our contacts from 5th Street don't go back on their end of the bargain. And Trace, you stay here and look after Ellis. If she tries to run, put a bullet in her skull.
So much for not damaging the goods.
A little hole in her forehead isn't going to bother anyone, and it's not like we need the brain anyway. And besides, I'd rather see this one dead and a drop in our profits than her runaway breathing. Is that clear?
Yeah, transparent.
Okay, so I gave you the gun. Van's got a full tank of gas. The fucker's all tied up. What am I forgetting? Oh yeah. You dare get in my way when I'm having fun again! Creative thinker or not, I'm still the leader of this group. Got it?
Yeah, sure I did.
Good. Okay, let's get back to the base for orders. We don't want to be late. Start making tracks.
Seems pretty lady.
Oh, and Trace, don't think for a second that you're not completely replaceable.
Well, they seem like a lovely bunch.
Shut up!
No, never thought I'd see you hanging around with the bad kids, Trace. Then again, when we were younger and played cops and robbers, you were always eager
Shut the
to-
fuck up! Just keep your mouth shut.
You're no murderer, Trace. You know that, right? I mean, you've always been bossy and pushy and a little on the quirky side, but you're no murderer.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Just keep your mouth shut, or I'll shoot.
You're not capable of killing me.
God damn it, Az. Don't you tell me what I am and am not capable of doing. You don't know what I've had to do to get by around here. You weren't there for the fires. You got to run off to a stumpy little family in the countryside. You weren't there for the gang wars. You weren't there for the riots and the raids. You have no idea what I've seen. You have no idea what I've had to do. And you sure as shit don't know what I'm capable of. So shut the fuck up.
You didn't let me finish. You're not capable of killing me because safety is on.
What?
The safety on the gun, the thing that stops it from firing, it's turned on.
Oh, right.
It's on the underside.
That.
A little more to the right. There you go. Now you're capable of killing me. Physically, anyway.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Pretty calm for someone who could bite the dust at any second now.
Well, lived this long. Figure I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Damn it, Ez. How don't you stay so positive and hopeful and so damn accepting of everything? I can't tell if you're brave or just fucked in the head.
Maybe a little both. Seriously, Trace, what are you doing for Seven Valley Bandits? Just look at yourself for a second, will you?
I'm doing what I need to survive. Wasn't like I had much of a choice. When the ringleader asks you to join up, you don't exactly say no.
So all you can do is become one of his hound dogs?
Trust me when I say hound dog is better than lapdog. Plus, being with the bandits means Mom, Dad, and Tony are protected. It means a steady stream of food going into the house.
How are your family?
They're okay. Dad's finding it hard to get around in his wheelchair, thanks to all the earthquakes. And the shoe shop has seen rarely any business. But the lootings have been rare, so Mom's happy about that, I guess. Tony's okay. He's thinking about joining up with the bandits, but I'm trying to put him off because, well, it's not for everyone.
Killing in cold blood tends not to make everyone's taste all right. I remember at the barbecue playing baseball with him, remember? He was 4 years younger than me and still managed to strike me out in the first few pitches. Good God, I was mortified.
I'd never seen him glow so much. Tommy was there too. He was too little to play, so we made him our head cheerleader. He got so enthusiastic that he...
Knocked over the picnic table. Spilled 10 bowls of potato salad all over your daddy Frozlon. Oh, that was quite a goodbye party.
Yeah. How is Tommy, by the way? And your mom?
Tommy's still a little trooper. Mom was not so good.
Oh, how so?
Her diabetes has been getting worse, and insulin is hard to come by. That's why I was here today, just looking for medicine or something sugary to eat at least.
Well, you're not going to find anything in the drum heaps. Medication is what you need. You should try the pharmacy on 3rd Street. It's in shambles, and it's been looted a few times. But the stockroom's pretty full up. As for something sugary, you should actually try a shop.
I don't have much money.
Hell, you don't need money. The sky is burning, and the earth is boiling us to death. Money doesn't come into survival.
Yeah, well, I don't feel right stealing.
Sometimes you don't have the luxury of feeling right about something. When you're straddling the fence between morality and death, sometimes you don't get to choose.
Yeah, well, considering my current situation, I don't think that matters anymore. What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
But you can't.
I'm trying to save your life. Don't argue with me.
But Brody, she's gonna...
I'll tell him you fought back.
Trace!
Just go. Go now.
Right. Trace!
Just do what you need to survive, and I'll do what I need to. Go. Go now.
God damn it, Trace!
What?
Thanks. Seriously, thanks. Take care of yourself.
You too.